Hey guys, welcome to the Hat Trick. I'm Paul, I'm your host. Many folks out here do videos of different types. A lot of folks like to do the unboxing. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm not going to unbox or open anything in front of you, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to introduce you to three hats that I have in my collection that I love. Um, Three hats, hence the hat trick. As an avid hockey fan and a huge hat aficionado, I want to share with you the passion I have for these hats and hopefully introduce you to some hats that you may have been on the fence about buying. And maybe I can convince you to either pull the trigger or save your money for the next one that comes along, because God knows they're always coming out. I love these hats. I love the gritty persona. I love everything about them. And all the brands are great. There's a lot of people out there that are critics, myself included, in some cases, but let's be real. I own most of the same brands that you probably own, and maybe some you've never even heard of. I might actually introduce you to one today. So without further ado, let's get to the hat trick. All right, guys, welcome again to the hat trick. First, I want to tell you that a little bit of a way I'm going to kind of tease things up for this. The hat that I'm wearing when I start and finish an episode is going to be a hat that's going to be included in the next episode of the hat trick. And I believe these episodes are going to run about every 2 weeks. Since I'm going to introduce you to three hats, I don't think I need to do it weekly. I think I'll do it every couple of weeks, give or take. A lot of things can change in between time, but give or take, that's what I'm going to target. So I will introduce you to this guy in a couple of weeks. Let's get to the first hat of our hat trick this week. But this one, man, this is the Boston Scally Cloverland. Gold liner inside. I'm going to tell you that when this hat was being teased by Boston Scally, I was on the fence. I'm not a fan of the land series that Boston Scally has out there. For some reason, I just don't like the way they look. But this one kept hitting, and it kept hitting, and it kept hitting as they did the tease. And I did decide to pull the trigger on it, obviously. And this hat is sharp. I do know that one of the other reviewers out there has already reviewed this, and I intentionally did not watch his review because I didn't want it to influence what I'm going to say about this hat. Although it may be similar, maybe different, I don't care. This is a beautiful hat. It's got the Kelly green, it's got the black, it's got the gold inlays. Obviously, it's got the gold liner. It's their 8 panels that always fit pretty well. It's got an even, nice centered seam here. It is a clean hat. Number one, nobody's going to pinch you on St. Patrick's Day if you're wearing this thing. Number two, man, this thing can go year round. It's definitely a spring hat because the green that pops out there, definitely a St. Patrick's Day hat, and one that I would recommend that you add to your collection. The Cloverland runs for about $52. Typically, the best code I recommend is BSCally. If you use the code BSCally, you get free shipping. Saves you around $9, give or take. So there you have it. This is the Cloverland from Boston Scally. All right, guys, welcome back. Hat number 2 of my hat trick this week is the Peaky Workman in deep clay. Now, we're setting up right now for St. Valentine's Day. Yes, it's a nice hat. Yes, it goes with pinks and reds and maroons and all of those great colors that you may have. If you happen to have the Dixon flannel, the Meg, man, this one pops with it. But this is the Peaky Workman. If you look over to my shoulder, you will see some other Workmans back there in different colors. I love this hat. This hat is nice. This hat is durable. This hat is made out of a heavy-duty canvas material. It's not like any other material you're going to get on a hat. It's almost like a lighter version of firefighters, the hose material that firefighters use. It's a great canvas hat. It's a great all-day, everyday hat. It is part of their slim profile newsboy collection, and this hat just is a good all-around hat. Yes, it has a little flop, but this is the slim version. Eventually, I will show you some of their other hats that have a lot more flop. This particular hat runs for $59, give or take. I believe the code 15 off altogether, no space, will get you about 15% off of that price. The Peaky Workman is the second hat in our hat trick for this week. Stay peaky. All right, guys, the third hat in our hat trick this week is a hell of a hat. I actually found this hat when I was kind of just doing a general search for newsboy hats and flat caps, and I wanted something green because we're coming up on St. Patrick's Day. I love St. Patrick's Day, and I love green caps. So here it is. I want you to get a close look at this and the fleck that's inside of this guy. This is a top shelf cap, and this is called the Irish Newsboy Fantasy Hat. It's from Capello Fashion. If you look up or Google Capello Fashion and you go out there and you find their Irish Newsboy Fantasy Hat, this is the green version. They have a blue version, they have a slate version, they have a rust version, several other colors. And this little guy's on sale right now for 65 bucks. I believe you can use the code WELCOME10 for 10% off, and they also do rewards. So after you spend so much with them, you do get rewards that you can take a few bucks off your next hat purchase. But this thing is heavy duty wool. It's so pretty. It's made in Italy. Petracci is the name. It's right here inside. They got their logo there. They got a little logo on the outside on a little tab here. But again, this is the Irish Newsboy Fantasy Cap that you can find at Capello Fashion's website. It's a clean, sharp-looking hat. It's heavy duty. It'll keep your head warm. Probably not a summer cap, but definitely one you want to probably have in your collection. And that rounds out our hat trick for this week. So I'll be back with you right after that. All right, guys. I've introduced you to 3 awesome hats, I think. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's been informative for you. I want to end with some updates that are out there in the social world and the hat world that I hope you're aware of, and if you're not, hopefully this news will be helpful to you. The first one I want to start with is Todd Swisher from Swisher Caps. I believe Todd is on tap to release some new caps on the 20th. I believe they're St. Patrick's Day themed, and he's alluded to the fact that there might be a Peaky Shelby style in there. I'm looking so forward to that. I can't wait to see what he's bringing to the table. Additionally, Ryan from Peaky Hat just announced his first in-person get-together, I believe, and it's going to be in Ohio. He's actually hosting a viewing party of the Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. That's out there if you want to look that up. Chris from Funky Brims has a get-together scheduled also for this spring. And I believe Chris is actually coming out with 7, count them, 7 different St. Patrick's Day caps, of which 6 are going to be collabs with Hales Flannel. If you haven't seen his collaborations with Hales Flannel, man, there's something for everybody. He does a great job with that. And then I have no doubt that Boston Scally is going to be hitting the bricks with something pretty amazing this week. They've alluded to the fact that something's brewing. And for those of you that might have some of their older hats, you may know what line or what color schemes they might be tossing at us this week. So I can't wait to see what's going on. Again, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'm looking forward to doing another one for you. I welcome your feedback, good, bad, or ugly. I welcome it. Be a little gentle. This is my first one. As I get further down the road, I guess you have a right to be a little bit more picky, but I hope you enjoyed the hat trick, and I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you enjoy the Super Bowl. May the best team win, and we will see you in the next version of the hat trick. Take care.